German school of fencing tends to emphasize four primary guards. The Vierleger. We have the one we covered in the last video, Vom Tag, a high striking guard. We also have Alber or Fools, the low protective guard. One of the things that these two guards really share in common is a psychological element. With the Vom Tag, the high striking guard, you have a threatening element. You have a weapon cocked and ready to fire with an edge facing your opponent, so it threatens them and tells them to stay at bay or you will strike. A very opposite psychological mechanism of Alber is really enticing an attack. You know, we've always understood the Fool guard to be seen two different ways. Only a fool would drop his weapon, but only a fool would attack a man who's clearly enticing you in. So the other two guards, Oaks and Flug, have a very, very different element to them. So with Oaks, we have a high thrusting guard. With Flug, we have more of a lower middle thrusting guard. These not only offer certain psychological elements with maintaining your point on your opponent and keeping them at bay, they also shut down lines of attack very, very effectively. With this one, it closes one of our upper four openings. This one closes the other opening. Very effective at shutting down that line of attack as well as maintaining a threat on your opponent. Today's game is going to focus primarily on Ox and Flug and how to use these guards to stay safe in Krieg and threaten your opponent at the same time.
In our last video, we used Vom Tag and Oberhaus to train for timing and distance. This time around, we're going to use two other guards, Oaks and Flug, to practice protecting the four Blosen or openings on the body. The upper openings and the lower openings. The body can be basically divided by holding your sword roughly across your chest, or some people like to do it right about the nose to imagine where the openings are on the body. For Oaks, take your guard, protect either upper opening, keep your guard at a 45-degree angle, keep your tip on your opponent. Those are the two most important things to remember. Guard your hands, guard your body, threaten your opponent. For Flug, keep your tip on your opponent. Once again, the guard is at a 45, but now we're going to put our thumb on the inside to help absorb the shock of an incoming shot. This can be done from either side. And go ahead and just flop your hand over, keep your thumb on the inside. We're going to use Oberhaus once again, infinity cuts. We're also going to use Unterhaus in order to threaten.
So, the drill we're going to do for the guards is really focused on surviving in Krieg. A lot of new people, when they haven't experienced fencing or fighting much, they tend to flinch their weapon out to try and defend themselves, and they just make more openings to get hit with. So we want to instill real confidence in the guards so that they feel like they can stay in Krieg and stay safe and think about their attacks. So, what they're going to do in this drill, what we're going to do is very simple. One person is going to cut either their cuts from the bottom or their cuts from below. They're not cutting like I'm cutting now, they're really going to try and hit the other guy. The other guy is going to use Ox and Flug to defend those four openings. They're really going to pop their crossguard out to catch the blow, and I'm really going to hit him if he misses. So, really slow, just to demonstrate the concept. I'm here, I'm playing the Tom, and I cut at him. He's caught me with his crossguard, he's got his thrust off on. So, we're going to do this as a live drill with some movement, some circling, and I'm really going to try and hit him, and he's really going to try and transition between his guards and stay in this pocket, this range where he can counterattack, where I'm cutting here, I'm cutting here, I'm cutting here, here, and he's keeping his good guards when he's ready to counter. He's popping that crossguard out, straightening that arm, so that he's catching my force with the strong of his blade, and he's keeping his knuckles safe. Because this drill is asymmetrical, unlike the distance game where both partners were trying to do the same thing, this is a drill you're going to want to switch sides with. One person works on their guards while the other one cuts, then you switch sides and the other person gets to do their guards. That's the drill. Let's take a look at it. There's a counter to everything, but if you coach a counter to a technique the same day you coach the technique, what usually happens is that no one's able to pull off either reliably. Students become frustrated and they don't stick in people's minds because people don't feel like those are techniques they can trust. So in general, it's a good idea to get people competent with one skill before you teach the skill that ruins it. Having said that, this video was about teaching people to have confidence in their guards. Stay tuned for the next video where we learn to break the guards.